If you offer cheap price, you only attract cheap clients. Hello, Dali. You just come back from Intersolar from Germany, and you have met many big companies, big buyers.
Yes.
I have a statement. Price is the last thing they ask. Do you agree with that?
I agree 200%. Especially when we're talking about big client or big corporate.
Yeah.
They will focus more on the process, SOP, certification, conformity, standard of production, quality control, rather than just the price. And at the end, the price will come. They will always try to bargain the price. This is their job. It's to prove that they are good companies. This is what you need to focus and never sell out with the price, especially to those big clients, because then they will know that you don't have value other than the price.
You share a good story in the Intersolar. Someone come to you, hey, boss, I have this price, product, very good price, very cheap, $20,000 for this product. Do you want it? you meet these people, right? Then you ask a specification, they don't understand. You ask what your company doing, how much revenue you, who are your main market? Ask my boss.
It's crazy. This proves that, first of all, the sales team didn't have a proper training, because I don't want to blame the sales. At the end is the little problem. And second of all, that means they don't show any real values on just the price. And when you compete with the price, you will have many competitors. But when you compete with value, you will have less competitors.
So you see, these are high-end, very valuable clients, a lot more than the price. The price is, okay, after they check you are the right partner to work with, please call me this specification, this standard, this a lot of technical files for you to follow. You're very careful about the process.
For example, now I had a very good meeting where the client asked me the price at the end. First, he told me, we've already the factory, you need to prepare this document. And they say, we already got some price, but it's not our first focus. And I never talk about the prices. That means I never started with, but what price are you expecting, etc. I really first asked them, what's the process to work with your company? How does it work? Can you explain to me? So I really try to understand. And by asking questions, I make him talk. And through the talk, I got more and more the point of what they need and how they will function and how they work. That's why you need to pay attention to not always go on the price. And I understand sometimes you're stressed out. You think by giving the price, client will react. But it's not what always client want to hear at the beginning, unless they ask you and unless they really insist. But for example, in a fair where I've been, I never talk about the price. I say, we'll see later once we're clear about your demand.
So remember, if you offer cheap price, you only attract cheap clients. So that's the reality. If you only know about selling with the price, then you always have unloyal and this kind of low-level clients. Follow us. We will teach you more. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.